not waiting. Get out of town, man.
How are you been?
God, that's funny. How you doing?
I couldn't believe when I saw you walk in that room
It's
this
been a
morning.
long time.
It's been. I haven't seen you in.
It's old home week over here. It's like old reunion time here.
Oh man, what a thrill this! Like I need a bio just for fun. I'll flip over there and see what.
Hey Ben, good to see you. Hey man. Oh man, what's going on?
Just just doing it. It's great to be working.
Boy, I hear you. I know what you're saying. I'm still out here trying to fool somebody another day, Hey.
This is Neal Dionne live in Nashville on B93, and I have been blessed by the guitar gods. One of them has just sat down next to me.
You made my day. Here, man. Hey.
Steve Wariner is here, and this is the highlight of my week.
Neal, thank you.
When I saw you walk in that door, I thought that this is worth the whole trip.
Well, I really appreciate it. It's great to see. It's been so long.
It has been a while.
It's been too long.
I saw you in here a couple years ago, and then of course we had you at the B93 birthday bash.
Yeah.
Because I raised. I'm sorry it was so hot that day. I don't know how you did it.
I remember that vividly. I remember that very well. Fun time though. We had a blast, and it was a great event.
This, folks, I don't know. I know some of you are young and new to country music, and you may not realize this is a guy that gave us 14 straight #1s. Great albums. I'm proud to say that I own every single one of them, and as a matter of fact, I'm on my second or third on a couple of them. But Steve, you have. I've been playing all my life, and you've forgotten more about guitar than I'll ever know, and it's just been a privilege of mine over your career to watch you.
I really appreciate that. I feel fortunate to still get to kind of do it and to get away with it and still get to make the music and get out and play. We're still touring. I got out and toured this year, more so than the last. Went to Europe this summer and played for some troops over there, and then played some festivals throughout Holland, and really had a great time.
Boy, she wanted you out of the house bad, huh?
Yeah, she went with me, actually. Her first trip to Europe, and I took her straight to a military base in East Germany, so God bless her, my wife Karen. But yeah, it's fun. I still get
How long you guys been married?
We've been together since '82, So I can't impress her with anything. Man. I don't get away with anything. She's seen me from every angle.
Tell me about the Chet Atkins project.
Well, this is a project that I've wanted to do since 2001. He passed away 2001 in June, and I really wanted to do something. I wanted to do some project that would say thanks and give back. And this, for me, was the way to do it. I've been trying to figure a way to do it without just doing his songs. So I wrote part of it. I wrote a bunch of it, and I got to play some of his guitars. Really just used to play his guitars and stuff.
You got to play his guitars?
Well, he gave me some guitars he gave me through the years. I got them out and played them. What a cool thing for me.
Do you have one of those kind of burgundy red country gentlemen that he used to?
I do. I actually have a country gentleman that was mine. It's not his. My latest one I have is a country gentleman it's a 1958 reissue and it wasn't his, but it's a beautiful little Gretsch guitar. And I have a 58 6120 that's really sweet, and he gave me a Gibson country gentleman that's back in the 80s. He gave me a Gretsch White Fountain years ago. So I'm really lucky to get to play some of them. I mean, you got to play Chet's guitar on Chet's guitar. This song on Chet's guitar. So you have to play his guitar on that.
It would give me almost an eerie feeling to do that.
I have a lot of people that say that they come to my house and they see his guitars and they have that reaction too. But for me, I know the love that is put into it. I know his a lot of them still have his, like some of them he's got. He put like he did this, he modified some of the guitars, and I left them just like they were. So he put a little piece of Velcro on this little pickup or whatever. One of his guitars, he put little rubber bands on the bridge. So I left it all just alone like it was, So
a lot of people don't realize that Chet, along with being a brilliant instrumentalist and a real groundbreaker, was a great businessman and a guy who really could spot up and coming talent.
I think so too. He was brilliant with that. And he always surrounded himself with young, creative people. You notice that he's always around young, creative people. And, he was really brilliant in a lot of ways. I think this project illustrates that, not on my part, but on his part. It illustrates his diversity. A lot of styles. There's classical, there's jazz, there's pop, country. This covers a lot of music, and like I say, it's not really necessarily. I'm not bragging on myself, but it really illustrates how brilliant he was, and not only as a producer, but as a record executive and as an artist, himself. So. And there's some cool little pictures in there, Neal. You got to look in the package and some funny pictures. You'll like some of these old pictures of back in the day when we worked together, and it's really fun.
One of the greatest memories of my life. This was a number of years ago. I went out for a Friday night fish fry, and I walked into this little fish fry restaurant out in the middle of nowhere, in the woods, and sitting there, strumming on a guitar.
It's Jack.
Les Paul.
Oh my God.
I was out near Heartland, Wisconsin, which is not far from his home.
He was just there, huh?
He was a good friend of the guy who owned the place.
He was from Wisconsin. I didn't realize.
A guy by the name of Will Esky, and he was just sitting there.
Nice guy. They say he was so
nice. He was a sweet, warm person. I was standing this far from the front of the stage, just watching his fingers, and he says, "You play?" And I said, "Badly." And he said, "Well, I got another guitar."
No way.
He invited me to sit there on the stage and play.
How cool.
I got to play with Les Paul, and the only reason I bring that up
fantastic.
is you're about to do something else in regard to another wonderful gentleman that we lost.
Yeah, no question about it. Chet was so special to me, a mentor and pal. Yeah, I know the feeling you're talking about. A lot of nights I'd tour with Chet and I would play. I would look over and say, I've got the best seat in the house every night. I'm so lucky. You must have felt that way sitting next to Les Paul.
You don't get opportunities.
No,
like
that's
that.
once in a lifetime, and we'll never get to do it again now.
No, but I'll tell you something. It's much the feeling I get watching you, because
that's sweet.
I've never seen anybody wear out a Telecaster in my life like you, and I think you are a great inspiration to people like Keith Urban and Brad Paisley and some of those guys. I guess you got a son that I guess is just.
I got a son. I've got to brag. I'll brag and say he's a killer player. He really is a good player. I learn from him. I really do. I learn a lot from him all the time. And he's out touring and doing his thing, and I think you'll be seeing more and more of him all the time. He's not a singer, but he's a great player. And, yeah, it's fun, isn't it, to watch the generations of he passed on and these young guys coming up. So it's a lot of fun.
You made my week. Steve Wariner,
Neal, thanks for
so
saying
much,
that.
my friend.
Thank you guys for letting me come in.
Great to see you. God bless you.
Good to see you, Dave. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.